All right, guys, we are recording. I'm so excited. So I am Stephanie Dunn, and you're going to have some VIP special guests, amazing top leaders sharing really where to even start as a newbie. I think a lot of the times we get really overwhelmed, like, okay, I just signed up for a business, or maybe you guys were busy with summer and you didn't really get started, or you just decided, I'm ready to get started. Where do I even begin? So everything should be like log in, do all the basics, but sometimes just getting on the Zooms makes it so much easier for everybody just to hear it from other leaders that are doing it and implementing it. And it might just be a key word that you hear, just something that makes sense to you. And that's what we're going to try to do, is just really keep it super simple and not overwhelming and basic, because there's a lot of information that you can hear constantly, but we want to give you really the basics of what to do. I'm going to kind of follow up with the end, and the reason why is this. So I know people are going to be jumping on. If you've never been on a Zoom before, welcome to your first Zoom. Hopefully you may be on your computer, or you can go back and we'll watch the replay. But in the side chat, up on the right hand, whatever side you're on, you're going to see three little dots. And Teresa, I love you for sharing this with us. But you're going to see three dots, and at the end, you can actually copy the chat. And so at the very end, we're going to give you some messages, some post ideas, really where to even begin as a newbie, and how do you start doing it, because you're in a social media business. So I want you guys to be prepared. If you see things, you can always just click that three little dot button on the side. You can just click it and you'll see save chat, and you just click save chat and it'll save everything, or take a picture with your phone. But there's going to be some really good scripts in there.
And there's going to be a lot of notes. So I will be shutting off the chat at the point that I go to put them all in the chat. That way you don't have 17 different conversations inside of your notes.
Yes.
Which is always fun.
I don't want to make it confusing, but I told Joel, yes, we're going to do that, because it'll give you 1, 2, 3 and next. But we'll get right into it. So I don't want to keep up too much time, because we've got lots of easy, fun information that's going to help you be super successful. And that's what we want. We want to get you out of the gate and get you moving in the business. So I'm going to bring on Lizzie, and actually we're going to start with Eileen first. So Eileen, just jump on, say a little bit of who you are, and then we're just going to go right into the newbie training.
All right. Hi, guys. I'm Eileen Gonzalez. I am from Bakersfield, California, and I am a triple diamond. So basically, I know a lot of newbies, and a lot of people just recently joined. So like everybody's like, okay, what do I do? Now what? What did I get myself into? Okay. So normally when we have new distributors join for us, what we like for them to do is write down your why. What income is going to change your life? So if you have a notebook right now, everybody should have a notebook. Actually, everybody should be taking notes right now. And everybody on their top of their notebook, they should write down what is your why and what amount can change your life right now. Okay. That is your first goal. Okay. The next one is, are you on the team pages? I know I didn't share this with you, Steph, but it just came to me all of a sudden. I was like, oh my God, that's the most important thing. Because I know when I first joined, I was like, okay, where are the team pages? You know? So for me, it was like, okay, am I part of the team pages? The next thing, as soon as you're part of the team pages, you want to go turn on your notifications in the team pages. You do not want to miss out on any announcements, any contests, any news, any giveaways. You want to be fully alert on what's going on. Okay. And then the next steps, it's like, okay, did all that. What am I doing next? Okay. My step one for me is the one with Liz, Stephanie. So I don't know if we want to go straight into that.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Liz, do you want to mute yourself?
Yeah.
So me and Liz love doing this. We like to tag team. So she's going to walk me directly if I'm a brand new distributor. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. If I could find it.
And as she's doing that, y'all, I am a double diamond. Under me and Eileen are together. I'm out here in Maryland. So just came from the West Coast to California. So this is the stuff that we do. And as you see, she has It Works in a folder. Those are the 3 apps you always want to download. That is #1 key to your success in this business. So you want to start with downloading the It Works Connect app, the It Works Sample app, and the It Works Pay app. But you cannot get into the Pay app until you've actually been paid. So you need to get into the Connect app so you can get paid, right? You got to start selling those samples. You've got to start doing different things. So this is my favorite app. This is something me and Eileen do once a month on our team page. So if you're like, I don't have a team page, don't worry. We didn't think we would ever have one either, but we do now. So just keep pushing and continue working every day as if it was a new day. So if you go down to the very little bottom of Eileen's beautiful face, you're going to see options: team activity, my stats. Before anything, guys, you want to always go into my scripts. We'll start there, Eileen. I like to go to my scripts.
I'm going to cut you off right here. This is the It Works Connect app, you guys.
Yes.
Okay. So if you don't have this, download it, take your notes so that you can go back to the Connect app. I just wanted to make sure they knew which one you guys were on.
Yes. Sorry. I apologize. Y'all, I love the Connect app so much. I go on it every day. It's like my first checklist. Right before I do devotionals, this is the first thing I do. I like to look at numbers. So what you would like to do is you would like to follow up, if anything, with yourself. So I always say if you're starting out, you want to start with, where is the videos at, Eileen? Can you click that for me? So and kind of see how it goes. It goes into the video gallery. And so what I always tell anyone who starts out is that you need to know what you've joined. You don't want to say the crazy wrap thing, because we're not all about crazy wraps no more. You want to know that there are Skinny Brew, that there's day 1, day 2, day 3 videos. There's a social media videos. And then, of course, the favorite one I always tell everyone to start with is the welcome videos, because you need to know who you're working for in this company. And so it kind of goes in the loyal customer welcome video. You got to know what a loyal customer is. So you want to click that just to make sure that you are aware of what a loyal customer is. And the acronym for loyal customer, you guys, is LC. So when you hear someone say, oh, you got an LC, you're probably like, what the heck is LC? That's loyal customer. It was hard for me when I first started. I was like, what's an LC? They were like, well, you got one. And I was like, oh, okay. So LC, guys, remember that. The next one is distributor welcome video. And when they say DT, that's it. Distributor is DT. It took me forever to figure that out too. So, and then just the generic welcome home. I'm sorry, y'all, I just got home. That's why I'm so excited to be home. The generic welcome video. So this is kind of the videos that you want to go through. So if you don't have your upline quit, or you don't know who your upline is, this is the way to start your business, just so you know what you're doing. You don't have to wait for your samples to get there because we don't have a kit anymore. You can just kind of look into this and see, okay, this is what I'm going to sell today. Like, I'm going to look at 2 to 3 different products and I'm going to go for it. And that's kind of where you'll see the product videos, which is another great one. And then it goes into day 1, start growing your list, how to answer your tax questions. Don't worry about tax questions just yet, but that's videos there, right? Think about all the different things, how to place a one-time order. So you should always have your auto shipment set up so you can be a product of the product. You'll hear that over and over and over with Stephanie and Joel. So that's kind of where we go. And then also placing that one-time order so you can get maybe that one product that you've been eyeing up and down, and you can get it and sample it real quick. If you're looking, and this is a question that comes to Eileen and I 24/7, is what product should I get? We always say get a single serving product, one, so you can hand it out. If you're at work, you can put it on your desk. People are going to be like, oh, what's those super greens or super reds, or what's the energy? And you can give them a sample right then and there without even really thinking too hard into it. You just actually had that moment to kind of give a sample. And you've already done one thing. You've already planted the seed. So that person majority is going to love the product, and then they're going to buy from you. So that's one way of getting the product out there. Eileen, what's next would you like to go over?
Let's go over, okay, so I enrolled, right? And when I enrolled, what did I get with my kit?
With your kit. So it's digital, guys. This is the best thing. I love this. Can we pop out of here, go to It Works Samples? I love money. Very simple, y'all. I will track it. I love numbers. It's what I do all the time. So you have this app, right? And you're going to have 7 samples preloaded in there. You're going to have to log in with your distributor ID number and the password that was created when you signed up. And then you're going to literally, we tell people if you want them all to get them right in there into your hand, then you can send them to yourself or you can sell them. So you would send, well, we don't want to purchase, but we'll send. And then we're going to send the sample. And then from there, this is what it looks like. So this is really good, guys. You can sell this. I've seen it where you can sell it for $15 or $20. I personally like to go for the $20 because usually you're including shipping and handling and everything else with that. So $20 is going to get you $140 quickly into your pocket if you're selling this. So this is exactly what it is. If you don't know what the product is, don't worry. It's got everything right there. It's literally telling you it burns fat, it sharpens your focus, it boosts your energy, it curbs cravings, and you can even say that it literally gives you more energy and there's zero crash, because if it's doing all those things, you can just say you're really not going to have a crash. And then how many people drink coffee a day? Well, you'll be surprised. If you haven't rode by Starbucks lately, their drive-thrus are out the window, so you can start selling those samples quickly and people will be interested in buying them. So then you would just click send sample. You're going to put their name in, their last name. Make sure to get their phone number and their email address, because it is super important to not put your own info in there, because you can put, well, Eileen's doing it as if it's her, but think of this as a potential customer. You want to make sure that number is in there so you can follow up with them. You want to make sure that that email address is correct so you can send them an email and ask them, hey, how are you liking the coffee? Have you tried it yet? Is there any recipes I can send you? And guys, if you're like me and you're not no coffee connoisseur, don't worry. Pinterest has ideas for you. So don't stress it. Don't overthink this. Just kind of go with it. So then you're going to put the address in, and then from there, you literally are going to end up shipping it to the person, not really to yourself. I was thinking Eileen was putting her address in there, so I was going to say to yourself. So that's
I've done it before. Like and especially if you're new, you can always send yourself just one. That way you are briefly knowing what you're selling, and that way you could get used to it. And it comes, for me, it's like a perfect photo op. You can always take picture. You can always show people like, hey, I have these available. I have 6 available. I have 7 available left. You can always just throw a number out there. And then that way you can also help to sell them. See, Liz has one as herself. So it's always great to actually just send yourself just one. That way you have it as an example for yourself, and you can show people that this is what you have to offer.
Yeah, and you guys, if you're going to send it to yourself, you just put in your address. It's literally that simple. So make sure if you haven't yet even sent yourself a sample, go in to use your credits after this Zoom and send yourself one. Shipping is pretty quick. You should get it within a couple days. I saw that question, so I wanted to make sure we got it.
So this is pretty much it. How sampling, it's even got these ways to share it. I do like one of them is that you can text it and you can email it. So you can send it, and then a virtual, from what I was told, because I haven't sent it directly to myself, that the virtual info goes to them directly and that they loved it. And that's how I ended up sealing the deal with the customer, because they wanted to understand and see something actually other than my words on a text message. So this worked for me to seal the deal. Eileen, has this worked for you when you're sealing deals for coffee?
Yes, definitely. For me, I do get a lot of people that want to try it before buying it. And so I do send it out to them, and then it lets you, you actually get a notification that it has been shipped. So your potential gets the email that it's been shipped, and then you get the email as well that it's been shipped. That way you can actually start tracking it. And so for me, I like to track it to when it's delivered, because I sound excited and I let them know, hey, yay, your sample has arrived. Let me know if you have any questions. I love to hear a feedback from you if you liked it. And majority of the people end up liking it or end up signing up as an LC or distributor because they end up loving the product. Mm-hmm. And they're like, I want to be behind this product and I want to promote it too. And it's so simple, guys.
So there was one thing that we want to kind of explain with this, with the actual It Works Connect app. Eileen, can you put that up? Because I know that some of you are probably a little nervous to start out and don't know where to go. And if you can back it up, go to your pretty face on the bottom right. And then if you go down to scripts and then go to the library. And if you start to see day 1, day 12, day 4, so say that no one's reached out to you, you're a little nervous, you're like, I don't know what to do. So I'm gonna tell you real quick, take a deep breath. It's okay. You join this because there's a why. You join because of whatever made you join. And you could say, oh, it was $24. I just wanted to try it. I will call you bluff. And I would like to say that there's something deep down in your heart that made you want to join, that you saw something in Stephanie or Eileen or Tammy or someone that you were like, okay, I'm following them, so I'm going to sign up. And maybe you didn't even know you were on Stephanie Dunn's team. And then boom, you're in this legendary page and you're like, wow, I'm on my first Zoom. And I had no clue I was with the #1 earner. So maybe you're too nervous to reach out to them. Don't worry, I reached out to everybody. I've heard some crazy stories too. I thought random people were my upline and they weren't, but it was okay. So DT day 1, if you don't know where to start, start there and start to read through it and take it like it's a daily devotional through the Connect app. And you would go in and you're going to, if you would just click that one where it says DT day 1, Eileen, and it's pretty much going to say, well, where'd it go? Okay, sorry. There it is. I'm excited to get you on your hustle. So this is what someone should have and will, and you will do it for them. So you would read this and be like, okay, it says day 1 videos. Okay, so now I'm going to go to day 1 and I'm going to look at it. So don't worry if someone hasn't reached out to you. Jump all in and start being more proactive and start looking at ways to do this for yourself. It's a great way to do it. And then if you exit out of that, Eileen, it even goes into, we could go to like day 12 or so. I like it where DT though, it even tells you who to follow, Mark Pentecost, and so forth. Here it is, boom, this is my favorite day. This is the one I get all excited and I ask them, have they followed them yet? And this is where it's got Cami Pentecost, the official It Works. And also guys, there's also the Pinterest page. Make sure that you're following that on IG so you can get all the great before and afters and everything that you need. So there's literally all the info. So if you're like, well, no one's reached out to me, I don't know where to begin, start with the Connect app, go through these days, figure out what pertains to you, where you're at. Maybe you've already added these people and you're like, what's next? So then you'll go to the next one. And so if you've done all of these tips, the next step is what Eileen's going to start to go over, which is jumping all in with the customers, right? And so you've downloaded the Connect app, you've downloaded these things, you wrote your why. That why needs to be everywhere. It needs to be in your front of your face. It needs to be everywhere. And you just got to remember it. So if you're like me and you like sticky notes, because I've got 20 of them around my computer, it's got my why for each month. And so it's up to you to start telling that part to yourself. Like, what do I want to do every day? Do I want to sign 5 customers? I can sign 5 customers. I can do this. And you got to speak the life. But that's where we start with just jumping all in. So the floor is yours, Eileen.
Yeah. Before that, you guys, you don't have to wait till day 12. Like if you're like, I'm all in, you go right through all the videos. That was me. We didn't have the Connect app. We had videos and I just was like, I am so ready. So if that is you,
watched all of them in like a half a day.
You can go back. They're not going to disappear. So I just wanted to make that clear. Like, don't wait. Like that's what we don't want to happen. So anyway, I'm just excited. That's me. I'm like, give it all to me. All right, Eileen. Let's go.
It is definitely like a Netflix series. You know, like when a new show comes out on Netflix, you like totally binge watch. Just totally binge watch them all right now, guys. Do it. Okay. So now you guys did all those steps. Now we downloaded them. Now you're like, okay, now what? I'm ready. Let's do this. Okay. So our next step is you got to go get your 6 loyal customers. Okay. 6 loyal customers. Your 6 loyal customers. What is that going to do for you? Oh my God. Mind blown. You're going to get $150 in free products, guys. Free products. Okay. Now you say, okay, well, how am I going to get 6 loyal customers? How am I going to let people? We have the perfect wording that has been helping our distributors get their 6 loyal customers within their first week. And if you just do this, you'll be surprised how many people on your friends list has been wanting to try the products, that has been seeing other people post it. But the minute that their friend, their cousin, their neighbor, their aunt, their sister, whoever starts posting it, they're like, you know what, I'd rather buy from you, and I'd rather support you guys, and I'd rather give you the business. I'll drop the wording shortly right now, but it's really quick and simple. You just go and you just message your friends or your family and be like, hey, I started this business. I'm looking for 6 product testers. Would you be willing to help me out? Simple and easy. And you could change it to, you know, if you just know just about the wraps, you could just change it to the wraps. If you know about the grains, you could just go change it to the grains. If you want, you could change it to the most simplest products that you have. And it just makes it easy for you to respond to the questions that those potentials have. And then easy peasy, they sign up as a loyal customer, and then you already have your first one down. And then what I like to do is I like to keep a track. So like Liz says, I'm a visual person. I have to have everything in front of me. So if you have your notebook, you have sticky notes, you have them everywhere just like I do. What I like to do, so like this is a new distributor of mine, I like to put 6 boxes up, okay? And then you can put that for yourself. If you're a new distributor, okay, I need 6 boxes equals 6 LCs. And then as you get them, you just cross out the lines. Okay, I got 1 down, I got 5 boxes to go. I got 2 down, 4 boxes to go. And in that way that not only you're motivating yourself, your upline's gonna be motivating you, your sideline sister is gonna be motivating you. And even if you just need a cheerleader, if you're part of the We Are Legendary page, you can say, yeah, I signed my first LC. Trust me, you'll see a whole bunch of ladies and gentlemen on there supporting you guys, cheering you on.
Something before you move on, if you're not a sticky note person, you're going to hear this a lot, steps to success. So I want to make sure that you go in and download and print out steps to success, because those 6 loyal customers, you're going to hear keywords constantly, LC, DT, steps to success, Ruby. You don't even know what Ruby is yet, but you want that bonus, and it's the foundation to get you all the way to the top of the company. And it's a repeat. We're not going to stop at 6 loyals. That's your first kind of goal. So I just wanted to make sure you guys can log in and make sure that you print that. And we'll put that up again because it's the beginning of the month in the team pages. So you guys have access to that.
So then just also a reminder, once you get your 6 LCs as well, for every 2 loyal customers, I always forget this part, and this is the most important part because it expires. For every 2 loyal customer you guys you get a product reward. And for that product reward, you get skinny wraps, you get facials, you get skinny brew, you get keto coffee, you get energy sticks. You even get skinny brew sample credits. Okay, that's more money for you guys, more credits for you guys to send out. That's another big thing as well. The next one for me, okay, now everybody's like, okay, I got my 6 loyal customers. Now what? Okay, now it's the Ruby chart. If you guys are ready for it, I'll go ahead and share it. Now is the Ruby chart, okay? This is our amazing Ruby chart. And if you join this month and last month, last month, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. If you joined this month and last month, you are now eligible for the Bank It bonus, okay? Cue in income disclaimer, and the Bank It bonus is $300, which is amazing. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have joined for that reason, because I know a lot of $300 can change your life. If it could pay for your car payment, groceries, diapers, whatever it is, that $300 could come a long way, okay? So now you have 3 qualified legs, which what we call distributors, okay? So then you're like, okay, well, who can I get to join this business? So like for me, it's like I always say, okay, you could get your neighbor, you could get your cousin, you could get the tia is your aunt, whoever you want, who you think you could reach out to with this business. It's going to change your life. So just think about whose other life that you could change as well. And it's just about just getting it out there, just posting about it. Hey, guys, I just joined this business and I'm so excited. Who else would be willing to earn an extra income? And you'll be surprised who else is interested and wanting to join. Steph, any other? So, here's the Ruby chart, and let me see. I'm trying to.
And you guys can actually, these are digital as well. So you can go in digitally, but you can also print these or draw them. Like if you're just like, I don't even know, but this is going to be your roadmap to know exactly what you want. So again, newbies, this may be a little confusing at first. I remember looking at this and going, okay, I'm not really sure, but it looks like I need 3 people to join this business with me. And they told me to get 6 loyal customers. I think I need to tell them the same thing. So it's going to be boring. Some of you have been on and have heard this over and over. That is the best thing in the world when it's boring, because then you know it's duplicatable. And that's what really we want, is that duplication. So believe me, for 11 years, I've been doing the same thing. So like, okay, I've got this Ruby down. Like we can keep it simple.
And I think and it is so easy for duplication, because what a lot of people don't forget. So we taught you guys now, right? The basics, download the apps. Okay, you did that. Now we taught you how to get your 6 loyal customers. Okay, you did that. Now we're teaching you how to go Ruby within 30 days to earn the bonus. Okay, now you got your 3 distributors. And it's like, okay, now what? Okay, now you teach your new 3 distributors what we just taught you.
Mm-hmm.
And then guess what? Simple, duplicatable, easy, and now you're Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how easy it is.
What we're gonna do, guys, is for you, because I know a lot of newbies need post ideas or scripts. You're gonna get a whole bunch in the comments, but we really wanted just to make sure that this was just really the basics so that you get going and just start moving, because I don't want you paralyzed to be like, I need to know everything. I promise you, you are never going to know everything. I still don't know everything, because there's going to be something new that comes out. And so if I would have waited, I would still be waiting. So we want to make sure that you jump in, but you have a goal in front of you. And that's, you're going to hear 6 loyal customers over and over. Like that's kind of our goal with that. Did you have something else that you were going to go on, Eileen?
The income disclosure.
Oh yeah. Hold on one second.
I'm going to steal the screen for a second and watch this.
Mm-hmm.
This is our lovely income disclosure statement.
Yeah. And newbies, you know what? We probably should repost that again in team pages just so you have that, because if you're talking about money, you're going to want to make sure that you include this in. And you're going to see a lot of post ideas, just different things. But if there's an income on that, you're like, that 600 and whatever dollar looks good. It gives us idea of like, oh, well, we need to pull out an emerald chart, like what that looks like to you. So really think about that. Like part of your why is, what income do you want? And there's going to be something a little bit more behind that why of, you joined because you wanted to pay your car payment. You joined because you want more freedom of time. You joined because right now you may be at home teaching your kids and you don't have a job to go to. So you have to have an option. So whatever that looks like for you, you know, you want to make sure that you have kind of a goal, but you're going to see this a lot. And these are real numbers. So I love that. I'm not, you know, some people are like, oh my gosh, do we have to post this? I love it. We're not lying about numbers. We're not showing anything. These are real people making real income, and that's a good thing to have. So we will always be sharing this.
Until I stop sharing it.
Unshare.
And unshared.
Yeah. And Tammy, if there's something that you notice to pop in, I know that what you're going to kind of come in and say too, but if there is something, you know, feel free to jump in, because you've been doing this and you're an incredible leader at keeping it kind of basic and simple too. So, you got your steps 1, 2, 3 down, right, Eileen?
Yes, I'm going to drop the wording right now.
Okay.
And there we go.
So Eileen's may look similar to the post that I do at the end, might be a little different. And here's why is make it your own. I think the best thing that you can do coming in is be you, be scared, be nervous, have fun. Like I remember all the emotions of being a newbie, or like I said, maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you've been in for a few months or something, or a year or whatever. And you're like, I'm just ready. Whatever that is, just putting that out there is the start. And I think that that's important. And now you know, okay, what is that lingo? It's going after 6 LCs, which is 6 loyal customers. staying plugged in. So when you're into your It Works Connect app, it's going to tell you who to follow. Mark Pentecost, he's the CEO and owner. So if you haven't watched that video, that's something that you're going to want to make sure you follow. Every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, he goes live. I don't think I've missed one unless I'm in the air or something. It just sets you up for the week. So if you want to be successful at this as a leader, and I don't even want to say a leader, if you want to be successful in business, you do what successful people do and you show up. So you're going to show up and listen to those. They're not going to see your face, guys. You can just listen. So even if you're on the Zoom tonight, I see a lot of you without your camera on. So I know you're listening. I'd like to see your face because I show my face all the time, but making sure that you show up Sunday night. Monday night is another great call. Pam Sutter does interviews with basically people that have made their way to the top. So they're going to share their story and a little bit about what they do. So that's at 9 p.m. Eastern. We do our Monday night Zooms at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. The great thing about Pam's is you can go back and watch it anytime on her page. So those are some key things that you're going to want to just do that, you know, hey, I have a weekly Monday night team meeting and it stays and stay connected. I think one of the best things about this is the more that you show up and are consistent with it, your business is going to start to grow because you're showing up to things and people are going to start seeing that in your post, in what you're talking about and just what you're doing. So make sure that you are committed. You know, some people say, you know, you get started. I love the flexibility of this, but commit yourself to a year. You're really a distributor for a year. What would your life look like if you really gave yourself the time to learn all of the, you know, even a few of the products, try some of the products for a full 90 days yourself. If we're going to be talking about gathering customers, you should probably be on some product yourself so that it's not selling, it's sharing. And that's what we want to make sure that you're doing. Some things too that you're going to hear. I love this and keywords. Lizzie, did you have anything else that you wanted to kind of go off before I start going down this trail?
There was one. So
Okay.
I was nervous, y'all. Starting out, Stephanie gave me a huge compliment today, and then I went live again. So I hate the live button. I hate the green button on this iMac, Joel. I bought this iMac because they talked me into it, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I hate going live, y'all. But I started to do it, and I go live about everything. If you are a friend of mine, you may have seen me talk about brisket today, how my husband cooked a bunch of brisket. But use that as a tool to break that algorithm. So you're talking about how people don't follow you. So they probably don't know that you're really you, right? They don't see you go live. They just see a photo. So I taught some of this to my team, and they're great about it. They're better than I am. They do lives every time they open a package. And when they open the package, they talk about it. And they're able to sign customers off of just showing their face, getting some scissors, opening the box, and then saying what it is. I made a joke today. I opened up a box and I talked about how my husband has been eating too much meat and we need to cleanse. And we went, Labor Day, and I think Eileen was dying laughing the whole time. But I talked about how he only buys Oreos and meat. And so we need to take the fat fighters to block the fat. Like, you just got to have fun with it. And you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. Neither did I. I was terrible at it, but I got better with time. And now people ask me what I'm doing. And I'm like, well, literally, I press the button and I hope I have good lighting. And that's it. So don't overthink it. Just jump all in. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. If it's something on your heart, talk about that. If it's, it doesn't always have to be about It Works, but showing that shows that you're real. One day I was making coffee. And as I'm making it, my husband blew his nose as loud as he could. And I didn't even know he was downstairs with me. But I didn't stop the video or freak out. I was just like, well, guys, this is real life. And there were tons of people that said, thank you for showing me that, this is real. You're real. And you make coffee every day. And we enjoy those conversations. So have fun with it. That's where I would say, just jump in and have fun.
You'll get better and better. So I hate going live. You're new and you don't even know where to start. Guys, this is a newbie training, so we're not going to make you go live, although we want you to tonight. We will get you there, but we want you to get the basics
Quick,
down.
flash challenge. Everybody go live right now.
Yeah, they're like, what did I sign up for? I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Don't panic. People just love to see your life. So that's really what Lizzie's kind of sharing. sharing on that. So we want to make sure that you do that. But here's some things and some key words, and Tammy can come on and kind of help me with this if she feels like she wants to jump on and keep it simple. The word auto ship is scary to people. It was definitely a scary word to me. And so as you're reading about an LC program, you're going to see the word auto ship. And all that means is they're ordering for 3 consecutive months. And when you put it that way, it just like lets the guard down to your person that you're talking about and like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I want to use the product for 90 days. We have a product called TFX, Thermophyte X, and it has clinical studies of a 31-pound weight loss over 90 days. So makes sense that they would want to have it for 3 consecutive months because it's over 90 days. So again, if there's words that you're just like, oh, that makes me cringe, always ask and say, is there a better way to say this? Because we have scripts, we have so many different post ideas for you guys to get over that hump. And I know that's a lot of fear coming in, like, I don't want to talk to my friend and have them in it locked into an auto ship. Okay. So we want to make sure you know it's flexible, doesn't need to be the same product, and they can change the date. So the best thing is maybe they order on the 25th of August and they can go in and log in and order their second product September 2nd. So it's flexible. It can adjust in each month. It's just 3 different months. So that's how I like to talk about it, because I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even have money. I'm going through bankruptcy. Like, I'm standing in food lines and I don't know if I'm going to have money to do anything. So that just kind of diffuses a lot of obstacles you guys are going to have. As a distributor, this is something that I love about It Works is you have options. You do hear the word, you know, the leaders here, the successful, have an auto ship run every single month. And the reason why is there's going to be products that you cannot live without. So you're going to want those products every month and you're going to have results, and that's something. But say that you're just, again, maybe life is happening or you're just getting started. Getting those 6 loyal customers and hitting 150 in sales with those customers gets you commission qualified. So that's something I want to help you guys with is, yes, there's flexibility there. And when you're talking to potential distributors, so other people that want to join you and possibly make money from using amazing products, letting them know the options, okay? And they're not locked in. If they're a distributor, they can stop at any time and there's no penalty, okay? That was, again, we want to teach them. We want to show them, hey, we have amazing products that people love and it's flexible. People are always wanting weight loss. They're always wanting energy. They're always drinking coffee. You know, we've got great skincare. So those are some of the things that I've seen over the 11 years. We keep continuing to add things that people want, and the price point is affordable. So we want to make sure that we're teaching you all of this along the way. Tammy, is there anything that I missed on that part? You're the analytics.
Just like basically when we started, like auto ship was non-negotiable. It was like when you get started, I mean, you're a rep for a health and wellness company. Mm-hmm. So when I got started, I had never even used the products. And so first things first, I want to try all the products, you know, because I want to be able to tell people how they work, if they work, what it tastes like, you know, and all that. So it was no problem for me to run an 80 BV auto ship and then some. And even, you know, my husband and I both running auto ships was no problem. But it's like, and that for me is like where I come from when I'm signing my newbies and teaching them how to get started. I mean, if it is a huge financial situation, we have the option, mm-hmm. which is awesome that our company gives us that option. Before it used to be 400 in sales, I think. Mm-hmm. Now they brought it down to 150 to be commission qualified. But even then, I mean, if you have a customer, and I want to just make sure they know this too, as a newbie, if you have a customer that returns an order and you drop down below that 150 and you somehow don't become commission qualified at the very end of the month, you lose your paycheck.
Yep.
And as a top leader in the company, or even making a few $100 a month, a couple $100 a month, it's not worth it to me to risk my paycheck by not running my auto ship, because I want the products anyway. Mm-hmm. So whether you run your auto ship to use the products yourself and be a product of the product, or you run your auto ship to turn around and sell the products and make that money right back. You have that option too.
I love that. I love that you shared that about selling the product. You heard Liz and Eileen say, you know, get the product that come in individual packets. So if you don't know what that is tonight, you can just log in, click on the products, but Skinny Brew, Keto Coffee, Collagen, Reds, Greens,
Sleepy Tea.
We have so many products that you can actually sell, make cash, and that pays for that every single month of the orders coming in and actually profiting the cash from that. So, you know, look at this as a business. If you're going to take this and really decide, I want to be successful with this, I would say go in and log in right now and see where you're at and set a 80 BV auto ship. So you're going to hear BV as well, and that's business volume, or PBV is personal business volume. And so those are some keywords that you're going to want to write down, because you're going to be like, what's BV? I see a dollar amount of BV and I don't even know. What am I supposed to look at? We get paid on BV. So your sales are based on BV. So I'm just going to use this as an example. Wraps, or the Ultimate Body Applicator, are $59 and they're 54 BV. So that's just something, you know, to think about is, oh, okay, I want to hit 150 in sales, sell 3 bags of wraps, and you're at your 150 personal business volume. So that's what that is. So, and you guys can log in and click on documents. There's so much information there, but those are just some key words that you're going to really hear. So making sure, okay, what are those products you have? The system will automatically set you up with an auto ship, because they take this seriously. That's why they did that. And they set it up with the products that they see you having the most success with, using, and moving forward. But you can edit that. So make sure, if you haven't already, you just signed up last week, you're like, I need to go see what that is. You can edit it, get with the person that, you know, enrolled you. Maybe that person that enrolled you is new and you have no idea. Don't be afraid to ask on team pages. Most of you are on team pages, or you wouldn't even probably be on this Zoom. So again, keep asking until you get the answer you want. And the louder you are, the more we're like, we need to know who this person is. They're asking a lot of questions. We want to make sure that we're helping you. So that's really good. But I think too, Tammy, you wanted to know everything. So share a little bit of, like, when you joined, what you would do differently and what you would do now, and how you're teaching newbies.
So I just had my 7-year anniversary with It Works, and things were a lot different back then than they are now, but there was a training academy in the E-Suite. And so Steph, when I first signed up, was like, go through the training academy, which had like a bunch of videos and stuff like that. And then let me know if you have any questions. So my background was health, fitness, and exercise physiology. So I was very health focused, health centered, and had all the questions. So I was like, okay. So I took my notebook, and literally, I don't think she was ready for it. I think Joel may have been ready for it, but she wasn't ready for it. Had 4 pages of notes from just the training academy questions. And she was like, okay, Joel. Like, but it was like, I think I was so frozen, I guess, not frozen, but I wanted all these questions answered before I could even get started doing anything, before I could even like post, before I could even sell anything, before I could even like get started. And I think if I were to do something differently, I would have just jumped right in, been posting about it, being excited about it. Like, I'm not quite sure yet what all this is about, but I'm excited to dive into it, you know? And I did get started pretty quick, because I did have my launch party pretty fast, but at the same time, it's like, I want my team and my newbies to know, like, don't overanalyze it. Like, you don't have to know everything. There's so many products out there, and everything is on our website. Everything like is right there in your E-Suite under documents. If you're very thorough and you want to know everything about everything, you can print off every single product info sheet in our under documents in E-Suite and laminate it and put it in a 3-ring binder. I may or may not have done that when I first started. So, I mean, you can do that. So when you have people ask you questions, you can just flip through it and you can give them an awesome, compliant answer. And so that for me was like, okay, I can do this now. I feel confident. I feel comfortable doing this. And so if you have questions, again, using the team pages, using the eSuite, I mean, they've streamlined it so much for us that you really can just jump right in and, you know, take the reins and run.
So it's made so simple that we forget to take the time to look for everything. Everything is on the internet. Like if we just search in the Google tab, it's going to pull up everything. So look at the It Works Connect app, look into your back office. You're going to hear that word too. It's when you log in and it's your eSuite, you'll hear it that. So eSuite and back office are kind of the same. So those are some words that you're going to hear quite a bit. But when you log in, there's everything that you need. For people that need to know everything, you can go log in. You can read about the comp plan if you want. Like whatever you need to do, you can do that. But don't let it hold you back from doing these tips and these tasks that we're going to give you daily. Okay. So here's some things that you're going to hear a lot as a newbie is your 6 list. What is the 6 things that I would do as a new distributor? And even for somebody that's been in. So this is something that I do daily. So some of you may need a refresher. You're going to post, you're going to message, you're going to follow up, you're going to add, which is adding new people to your network. You're going to host a post, which we've just started. Really, this is one of our top ways to get customers. If you don't have a big customer base, yes, this has just been great to expand your network. And it's one of the great things. And then personal development. I would have freaked out if you would have told me I had to develop personal development. My husband loves it. Tammy loves it. Liz loves it. I'm like, oh my gosh, all these people that love it is, I want you to have personal development, but I also want you to apply the personal development. You're going to get hit with a lot of no's from you asking people to test out your product, you know, help you out, be a product tester, a model, however we're going to word it. You're going to see it here in a little bit. You're going to get a lot of no's. You're going to get a lot of messages unread. Do not take this personal. You are in business. Like, just think of all these businesses that get started that hear no, that don't have people walking into their brick and mortar store. There's a lot of ways that you're going to feel like defeated. It's just part of the business. So deep breath. I get no's and unanswered questions so much, and it doesn't hurt me. I go for my customer. I don't let that distract me. So make sure you do that. So post, is your goal to post about a product or the business, and even it works. You know, every day you want to make sure your business is open every single day. So are you open for business? And that could be stories. That could be a post on both Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the socials, TikTok, Reels. We have a lot of options for you to do. But at least post 2 times a day about it works and it works. You want to throw in a little bit of both. So a business post, and I wouldn't say join my business. Like, we're going to give you some really easy posts to kind of start getting your feet wet so that you can create your own, where you're going to start getting better and better. I look back at my posts, you guys, and they were awful. That's how you learn. So even if you do post, join my business, I'm so proud of you for doing that, because you're going to get better and you're going to go, hey, I didn't really get any response on that. We're going to go, hey, try this post. Or did you go into the team page and see some of the posts? But the thing that you want is the 2 a day is consistency. So you want to make sure that you're doing this. You know, do you want to work 5 days a week, or do you want to be open every day? The more that you're showing that, the better results you'll get with that. And then message. Don't assume people will come to you. We put it out there and everybody sees our post, sees what we're doing, and everybody's going to be rich. That is not the case. I am sorry to say that. So it's just not how it works. So make sure that you're messaging. You can go through your friends list A to Z. You can start right there. Go through your phone book. Who are some of your closest friends that you're excited about, and sharing these. As I'm talking, I'm going to turn off the chat, and I'm going to actually have Joel put up some great posts and messages for you guys to do. Again, these are wordings. You can change it to how it fits you. How would you talk to somebody? Okay. This is kind of a guide. So Also, ask anyone and everyone you know who wants to do the business with you. Especially right now, we can't judge people. If you see somebody on your Facebook, on your Instagram, somebody that's watching your story, they're curious about your life for a reason. They're on there for some reason. And so if you don't ask, it's no, but you don't know unless you ask. Are you going to start? Were you going to say something?
No, I'm waiting to do rapid fire
I said,
copy
go
and
ahead.
pasting.
Go ahead and paste. I'm going to keep
Right.
reading all of this.
Be prepared. It's going to be a lot.
It is. Sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry because
Yeah.
I feel like
This is amazing stuff, guys. It's actual gold if you use it. It will
Yes.
create gold for your bank account.
yes. Follow up. That's something that you're going to hear too a lot is if you've reached out and you've done some of these messages or you've done a post and you're doing kind of these steps, don't forget to follow up. People get paid on usually Thursdays and Fridays. So we like to call it Follow Up Friday. Maybe you don't want to wait for Friday. I like to follow up whenever I want customers. So that's pretty much every single day. I'm going to follow up. And it's because I've reached out to many people. So every day I can go back and go, okay, I reached out to this group a week ago. I'm going to make sure to go back to them and just put my name in their inbox so they see me again. They're somehow going to constantly see me. You'll get 90% no versus 10% yes. That's probably pretty accurate with numbers. So make sure, again, I just gave you like breathing time. Like, oh, okay. Like I just got all of these no's. There's times where I get all no's. And then the next day I'm like, I didn't even do anything. And people are like, yes, I want that coffee you've been posting about for the last 6 months. So it takes time for people to see it. Something that you can do too is keep a list of people who say not now, maybe later, or who go silent. That's just something, those are great people to follow back with. Again, most people don't purchase anything the first time that you post or you talk to them. You usually have to do up to 7 to 10 times of posting or talking about it before they're going to be a customer. Yeah, I see you guys all reading in the chat. This is going to be good for you. I just know it. So if you can't copy it tonight, I will put it in the team page for you in the comments. I won't let you guys comment probably on it. I'll just get it up and post there. So make sure you see like hearing consistency. This is why it's crucial, is so that you're making the list and you're being consistent with whatever product that is or whatever you're talking about. Maybe you're excited to make $100 this month because you got started. Actually, you should be excited if you joined because you can go Ruby and earn $300. So we'll close it out with teaching you how to do that. And then add. You heard me talk about that. That's one of the 6 lists. You want to make sure that you're expanding your network, going into groups, going into friends of friends, doing the host to post giveaways. We've got videos on that. That's something that you're going to want to go back and watch the newbie training on host to post, because we're going to teach you how to actually expand and get people to get into your inbox that way. So add new people on both Facebook and Instagram daily. You know, you can add 30 friends. I just have this in my note. Add 30 plus friends on Facebook each day. And more, sometimes it's more like 1 to 200, just depends on Instagram each day. I always say fresh fish jump first. So make sure you always have fresh fish. So if you've got newbies that haven't seen your page and it's fun and you're showing what you're mixing and, you know, excited about your weight loss journey, you know, right now, fall, you guys, people are ready to get into the routine. They're just ready for a 90-day weight loss challenge. So you could just post something like that. And I think I might have one of those in there. Host to post, I won't go into a whole lot of that, but what if you had other people posting for you? So newbie, that's what a host to post is somebody else sharing for you that gets into their network of friends. That's what we want. So if you're talking to somebody that you think, oh gosh, I have a really good friend. She just doesn't have a lot of people on social media. She doesn't need to. She may have a friend that has 3,000 friends. If she posts, it's going to go into her friends list. So as long as you guys are willing and coachable and want to add to your list daily, you can be successful with this. It's just, you know, where are you at the business right now? Maybe you have 500 friends and your goal is to get to 3,000 friends. How are we going to do that? So, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to be with consistent daily tasks of doing this, since the 6 list is one of them. And every month we do the host to post giveaways. So as long as your friend will share a post for you, they're going to be entered into whatever we're giving away. This month it's a MacBook or their choice, or right?
Mhm.
Or $1,000 cash. I'm like, wait, what are we doing this month? So we've done some fun things. I love hearing, monthly, weekly, some people like cash, but I love that we can offer that to get your algorithms changed, more people to see your Facebook and Instagram, and growing that network. And then 6 is that personal development. I love that Liz shared, go to your It Works Connect and treat that like a devotional. I'm actually going to do that. And I have been in for 11 years to just go refresh every single day and go back through those. So even somebody that's been in, see, I'm constantly learning, and just what a great way to go. If I'm doing this, then my newbies coming in are going to do this. So there's things that I'm more passionate about and going to train on and send in a newbie than maybe Liz, Tammy, or Elaine are going to do. So we're not the perfect leaders. We do our best. And so give us grace when we're teaching you guys, because I know that I can get better and better, and we're trying that all the time. So I just know, like, personal development is a quick 15 minutes for me in the morning. Joel spends a little bit more time on that. If you love to read, if you love that and you have the time, do it. Or maybe you're in the shower, or maybe you have a drive to work and you have an hour drive. You're going to get a lot more personal development than somebody that has, a little bit limited time, or they're just not quite ready. But be prepared to be told no. And that's where personal development comes in play of, gosh, these people keep telling me no. Is this business really for me? Am I going to get a customer today? And so if your mind is right and you're thinking positive and you're like, I can do this. I am losing weight. I feel healthy. I am amazing. Those things start to come. So be a boomerang. Whatever you're putting out is going to come back. So that's the one thing that I would talk about personal development is the most, is the person that I've become, because I speak life. Like, I want people to know they're amazing and they can do anything they want. And just think, how would you talk to your child? How would you talk to a loved one? Talk to yourself like that. That was a big eye opener for me, is I need to talk to myself a lot better than, because I can talk to everybody else way easier and be like, you look so good. It's just easy to say that, or you're amazing at teaching this or doing live. So be that person. And then when negative comes your way, you're going to be able to battle it a little bit easier. So those are the 6 steps. And then
my copier and paster is getting tired.
yeah, it's a lot of information.
Getting there.
You greens, you don't know what that means yet, probably going to love all of this, guarantee it. But you guys are going to be able to copy this. You should, but then it'll be in the team pages, because it breaks it down of a message, how to talk to them, how to seal the deal. It's giving you guys what you always ask me. Every single day I get asked, what do you do? Here you go. So that is something that we want to make sure. And then bonus material, go comment on your potentials pictures. Don't just like or comment. So newbies, if you want people to see your stuff, you look at people that comment on your stuff before a like, right? So be that person, go and comment. And so there's so much information out there that I really wanted to make sure that you guys got some really basic training. And I think the girls did awesome with it and helping me and going, they bring such a different mix. I love that Tammy wanted to know everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is overwhelming to me, because she asked me 8,000 questions. And this is how my brain works, is we get paid 2 ways: to sign loyal customers and to sign distributors. So that might be speaking to somebody that's like, I just need to make money this week. I want to make $100. How would I do that? And it's by gathering customers and gathering people on your team and then teaching them those same steps. So it comes back to, you joined, you want to go after your 6 loyal customers. Maybe you've been in, you're going after Ruby, you're still going to go after 6 loyal customers or more. We're going to constantly be upping that. And then 3 distributors. And that's kind of our roadmap to success, is 6 customers, 3 distributors, keeping your product coming, that auto ship, that scary word, but you want to be a product of the product. And what that means is, what do you love, or what are you selling to customers to earn some cash as you keep getting product in? And I can say that that was the best thing for me. I didn't have the money when I started, you guys, but getting personal results was so helpful. So get in, log in, see what product you have that you would love to talk about, that you would just love to try, and get some personal results. And you can get results, get a cleanse, you could get results within a few days. Celery, the same thing. You can start seeing results right away. The wraps, we don't talk about those enough, but I love that. I saw instant results with my very first wrap. And so if you want something that's a quick, I want a result right now, do one wrap, and you can send in your before and after pictures right in that Connect app, and you're going to get a pretty little like white background, and it's going to say what product you use because you're going to share that, and then you have your own before and after pictures. Tammy, is there anything else that we missed throughout that? Come on, you're the one with all the good.
I don't think so. I think everybody, the girls were really thorough in the beginning. I think they got pretty much everything that we needed to touch on for newbies. They were great.
I was like, well, I don't really know if we needed 5 different people.
I was soaking everything in anyway. I'm like, I feel like I'm a newbie all over again.
So that's good. That means there's something in there it freshens us up. It gets our mind right. Like, you guys, moms, like Tammy came over the other day. I'm just amazed by you super moms, what you're doing right now with these kids and how you have to send them off to school and all the things that they have to do, like to be able to do this business on top of, juggling. You guys are amazing. Know that as a mom, like, give yourself a clap or a drink. Like, I needed to drink after Tammy told me all of the stuff she had to go with Cooper and like, oh my gosh. So I just think, give yourself some grace, you guys. You are amazing. You've started a new journey. You're not going to know everything all at once, but it's exciting. And we keep getting better and better. I think that's something that I want you to know about It Works and the CEO and the leaders of the company is we're constantly learning and trying things. And I think that should be inspiring to know, oh gosh, they're actually out there trying these same things. And so I'm constantly learning from all of you because you guys have great ideas. So I think one thing, newbie, you might see something or you get great results, share that, be loud, because we want to cheer you on. We want to hear your voice. We want to know what your thoughts are on a product, good or bad. So that's something too, is if I'm talking to a customer, I want to know their honest opinion. And so if they're not seeing a result, don't freak out, you guys. Make sure you go to the team page and ask for help, or how can we word it? Because we might be like, oh, you know what? You don't like coffee? Why did we get you coffee?
Tag me in it and I'll nerd out on you all day long.
Yes, he is amazing when it comes to all the products. So, but that's something that we can adjust. Like, oh, you're stressed out. You may need energy with the B6, B12. You're going to hear a lot about kind of that kind of stuff. But I hope, let's see, does Joel have it?
Get in there.
Almost done. Just over
Fingers
now.
of fire over here.
And you can't comment. Okay, since you guys can't comment and you're on here, give me like a thumbs up, a high five. Like, you're going to turn your cameras on. If you guys liked it, was it good? I need to see something. Okay, and don't be afraid to go into, let me scroll through the pages. I like the little thumbs ups. You guys got to turn your pages on, your faces on. I like seeing your pretty faces. But if there's something that you're just like, you know what, I would really like more training on this, don't be afraid to ask. Usually it's like, what do you do daily? How do I grow my network? How do I get people to see my post? What is the basics that I need? And again, it's just going back. You guys are going to love these scripts. I promise you. We're going to implement these. And then copy the right people. So if you see me posting something or you see some of these leaders in their stories, I do a lot more through stories than I do posting. Like, I'll get other people to post for me, but I'm doing stories and reaching out to the people that are into my stories that are non-It Works. So that's where we want to grow is, obviously I want customers and other people to join me. So where do I focus? That's one of the ways that I focus. And Reels and TikTok, like, those are some things that are our open market that I'm totally going to do. Is it done?
Ta-da!
Yay, we did it. All right. So we did it closely to an hour. Like, I didn't want to take that long, but
so make sure you go down to your little 3 dots on your chat, select it, and hit save chat, and it should save everything that we just added.
It'll save the whole chat, but you guys will be able to go through that. Or if you are technically challenged and you really can't find that, that probably would have been me. I would have just taken pictures. So there's all ways. So just think outside the box, whatever works for you. I don't want you to, do that. But I hope that that helps you guys a little bit. And you just went down when I sent them all to you, right? Just right in a row. So 4 ways to get those customers and distributors, guys. You can go and use some of these, and it's each product, but you should be able to get 2 LCs and a DT within the next 24 hours by doing this. That's how strong I believe in just doing. And if people go off the script, go back to the person, tag them, go into Teams and go help. If that's what your goal is this week, I want you guys to have success. We have a Ruby bonus that you're going after right now. Maybe you enrolled a new distributor. This isn't always about you. You want to help your team. So maybe you enrolled one. Goal, 6 customers, help them gather 3 distributors and help those 3 distributors gather their customers and get their sales up, and you're going to be a Ruby. That's really what it is, but you're going to get, I have my notes here. So those are the 4 different ways, and I'm going to post these because I did not want to overload Joel, is posting, stories, post to post, and reaching out. And that's how we're going to grow and gather customers and distributors. So you're going to see a lot more of that on pages and different ideas. So I hope that it was simple. It was basic with a lot of fun. I don't know. Like, I don't want to just say it's not so basic, but really the business is easy if you apply the things that we teach. And the more that you just start applying it, you're not going to be perfect. You're going to get better and better, and you're going to start gathering those customers and distributors. So I will not take up more of your time, but you'll see power hours in there in the legendary page. If you guys are in there, we're just going to open it up to anybody that wants to get on those in the morning. And then we're going to do night ones. So if you want to work with people, we're going to make sure that as many of you get on these. I get reached out. So I want to make sure everyone is successful. If you want that, then that's what we're here for. Anything else from you?
Hey, make it a September to remember.
Yeah. And then don't forget, anybody that goes diamond that signed up in August and September, you have 3 full calendar months to go diamond and get that banquet bonus at $8,000. If you're currently in and you go double, triple, right? Triple Prez Ambassador. I was like, what am I talking about? It's a $25,000 bonus. And I think anybody that goes diamond can get an 8,000 too, or am I thinking wrong? Yes. Okay. It's just double that's missing. So doubles, you just got to go straight up, or going for double, you just got to skip double and go to triple. Like, that's just the way it is. But I want you guys to know this is so doable for you. And I'm super excited for everybody that was on tonight. Make sure you guys get your newbies on, get them learning. 6 loyal customers, 3 distributors, all of the ways. But I love you guys. Thanks for hanging with us tonight, and we will see you next week, Monday.
See you guys.